I would say this: you don't have to have as much game as you need in the United States.
Damn, heard this?
I don't need no one to save me. I was born to be the greatest. All that time in that basement, all that time isn't wasted. Rapping getting faded. I just wanna tell my mom that I made it. Just wanna be the topic of the conversation. Used to rock the gold plated. Now I'm wearing gold chains like I'm famous.
I'm that brother that lives abroad. I've been living in Colombia for 2 years. You know what I mean? And people like to lump me into a situation with other travelers, that travel for that type of purpose. And that's not me. I don't live like that. Oh, you in one of the top 3 countries for that type of lifestyle. Okay, what the hell does that mean? If you looked at the exchange rate today, you know what I'm saying? $1 is 5,000 pesos right now. So, and then, if you times my salary times 5, then I'm 100,000 there. I'm in that right now. And I can do what I want. That's why I can live in Bogota and I can live in Cartagena. I'm in 2 weeks in one city and 2 weeks in another one. And I travel all around this country, man. And when I get enough of it, then I go somewhere else if I ever get enough of it. So people don't understand that. That's why I agree with what you're saying about people traveling just for that type of service. And then, to your other point about having game, I would say this: you don't have to have as much game as you need in the United States. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're a smart enough guy to understand what finesse is, you first of all, if you living in the United States and you're dealing with those women over there, you should all full well know what the finesse game is. Just because you leave and go to another country, this is what I make the parallel to. If you grew up in a tough neighborhood, why in the world would you come to another country and leave the same principles that allowed you to be able to function, live, and miss all the BS that goes on in that type of neighborhood? Why would you leave why would you leave your brain like that in another country? I mean, in America, when you go to another country, how does that work? You know what I'm saying? So my point is that if you can see the finesse game of the females in the United States, then you should easily be able to pick that up in another country. You just need to be, in my opinion, more charming. Have your if you don't have a personality, become another person. Try to become the person who you think that you can become, because these women or these people down here don't know you from a can of paint. So you can come down here and transform your entire life. You know what I'm saying? To be who it is that in your mind, who you really think you are. Now that could be a failed situation, or you can be a win. But I agree with those 2 points that you said.
So I'm gonna say something real quick. So I've been to other countries and I've seen some of the guys who go down there, right? One, they're not getting that high quality girls. Like certain guys, like they're still going down to get average girls there that don't look as good. That's where you still need game to get them higher quality girls over there. And I've been to Brazil. I've gotten girls because like sometimes you don't have the Portuguese, right? So now you have to use your charisma, your smile, and your body language, which is game you learned over, back in the States. And also, I've seen a lot of guys, since the currency exchange is so good, they'll be over there, start simping. They'll be over there, start spending all their bread, doing the same stuff that would be bad in America. So I do think game matters. You don't need as much overseas, but it definitely does help, especially you can't speak the language.
Prince, let me tap into this, and I know you know too. And shout out to BMT. It's a 1998 camera, not 1996. Bro, you got to do the math right, man. You got to do that math right, player. This is the thing. See, some of us coach, so it's different, bro. When you coach, a lot of these guys look like they can get girls, bro, but they can't, bro. When you coach and you talk to guys, you get to see the other side of the part that everybody else don't see. And some of these cats be having real deal issues, bro, and they not going over there just cleaning up, bro. They may be able to get one night stands and shit like that on some whoremonger shit, but as far as meeting the girl and actually like maintaining her, you do need game, bro.
And then kudos to Crypto and Damon. You guys are living overseas, right? But most of the guys, of course, would be like, I'm going overseas. They only go once or twice a year. So now they get back over here. They're fucking, they're crying about the guys. Female nation, I need to go back over there. I need to go back over there. They're only there 3 weeks out of the year. So like they still, if they had game, it'd still be beneficial because they're in America majority of the years. Yeah, I'm done chat.
What's going on? I say this real quick. As far as I guess the manosphere question, I don't really. I'm confused about the manosphere, so I don't really. I just tell people I'm not part of it because then Because people will lump everything into one category. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like game is concerned, I think the thing is people don't. I think a lot of people don't really understand what game is, but you got to understand that game is used in everything. So you can't separate yourself from game because game is life, regardless of what you're doing. So no matter what situation you're in, or no matter what activity you're involved in, you're still using game whether you realize it or not. You feel what I'm saying? So I always say like a baby has game. A baby knows that, okay, if I cry, I might get my parents to change my diaper or feed me or whatever I need. So whatever strategy you're using, that's still game, regardless of how you look at it. I think sometimes people think that game is just like social skills, or game is just like something you use to get a girl, but game is life. It's like what you do regardless of what's going on in the situation. You see what I'm saying?